Okay, this is a Volvo Penta SXA 1.97, and we got a bad shift cable. If you zoom in on this, you can kind of see it's got some dry rot or cracking, which was making it extremely hard to shift this the other day. Let's see, as you can see, some up in there also. Pretty bad shape. This kind of come to light when I was having problems with the neutral switch. Which got stuck in. Unfortunately, when we had just put the boat in the water, this neutral switch stuck in. Don't know how, but the spring apparently got crossed up or something. But the pin in the middle of this, if you take this off, there's a plastic piece that pushes a pin in the middle, and that was actually in all the way, and you had to pull it out with a needle nose. The spring was reversed from the normal. Normally it's holding it out and you have to push it in. I asked the guys at the boat place, they weren't familiar with that ever happening, but we took this unit off and took it apart, and it, for some reason, it cleared up. But the main reason for this video is to kind of go over the shift cable. Up in here we got the throttle cable here, which is real easy to move. This cable here is the one I showed you back at the drive, and just to confirm it wasn't something in the control unit, I took this off and pulled on it with a pair of pliers when it was secured back here, and it was like extremely hard to pull in and out, which is of course not normal. And I took the back housing off the drive, which I'll do in just a minute. And of course the shift mechanism, when I took the cable loose back there, it was easy to put in forward and reverse also. So we're going to try to put a new cable here today. This is the I believe Teleflex, and it's got a number. There's a number on these things close to the end of the cable. This one's actually right up there somewhere, but it's a 14 footer. The last two digits, CC, I think 16314 or something. I'll have to look at it again, but anyway, tells you the length of the cable, which I ordered online from Great Lakes, and fixing this, try my hand at putting this thing on. Okay, this shift cable comes around up inside the side here, goes all the way around inside this molding here, and of course comes back to the back and swings all around the back side of the boat and ends up in this tube here, right here, and that goes down, of course, down through the transom down there, and that comes out right above the drive, and it comes out where I was filming earlier, where it was cracked and in bad shape. Okay, we got the cable pulled out of the wire mold. Just got it kind of hanging over the edge there, and I'm gonna take the cover off the drive back here. You got this bolt, and you got two bolts on each side right here, and that's going to give us access to the inside shift mechanism and be able to take this cable loose. And Then I guess I'm gonna try to put a string or something on there just in case I need some help getting that other one through there, and pull it back up through the pipe there, which is, it kind of goes back up inside a hole there, and pick up from there. Okay, we got all the bolts removed, so we're gonna take this cover off. Let's set it up there. We got kind of some funk on here, but this is your shift mechanism, forward, reverse, and it's fairly easy to move. I've got the cable loose, and I can move this up and down, forward, reverse, no problem. The cable looks pretty like it wouldn't be too easy to move just looking at that, but it's, you know, inside probably the grease or whatever it is probably just gone, and since we got these splits in the cable here, but it is extremely hard to do anything with. So I'm gonna see if I can take this, you got this one bolt right here that's securing it, and I'm gonna see what I can do with that, get that loosened up and try to get this cable loose where I can start thinking about pulling it back up through there. Okay, there might be an easier way to do this, but this is a terrible angle here, trying to get this thing. It was up in here coming across, and I was trying to pull it back down here, and of course the back side is trying to press on all these hydraulic lines, which I was trying to make sure they won't, you know, gonna get damaged. But anyway, I got this pulled down, and as you can see, the cable is just awful. I mean, get that down in there in the light a little bit. Let's see. It's just severe rust, cracked. Of course, this split open even more when I took it out, but yeah, this is the source of my issues here, obviously, with the shift cable. Bent that up getting it out, but I don't know if there's an easier way to do this or not. But I mean, either way, you're going to be coming out of the inside where the transom's at that way, and you know, but anyway, I pulled that part out where I can just pull that straight out of the transom there. But I think I'm going to get some kind of oil, or probably dishwashing soap, putting that pipe going up through the transom there, help it slide a little easier. Probably some nylon rope or something to make sure I get the other one back up through there. Okay, we got the new shift cable in the out of the box, and as you can see, there's your numbers there. That last 2 digits on the CC is the length, Teleflex cable, and I have put a little bit of Dawn dish detergent down that pipe to try to make sure I don't have any issues here. And that's the old cable, so we're going to try to pull it back up through here. I got the string on there. I don't know if it's going to come in handy or not, but just in case. It was, the hole up in here is not as big as that pipe. I don't know the initial hole there, so it's kind of tough. Just to, I had to tape the rusty strands up that were cracking out of the old cable, and make sure, you know, it didn't stick anything and get hung up in there. But and it was still kind of tight getting up started, so I'm gonna go inside and see if I can't pull it through and see what happens here. Good Lord. There was a cap on here initially. Matter of fact, there it is right there. That was glued or something. I had to kind of pry that off, but I'm going to see if this comes up. What do you know? There's the string, there's the cable. So let's see if we can get the other one down there. All right, got the cable through. a little bit easier, of course, turning the motor out where I can access in here a little bit better. I thought I was going to use this nylon string, but I guess I just didn't have enough of the dish detergent. Tried to do a watered down solution, and it goes up in there, and the hole gets pretty small, so it was getting hung still until I finally got fed up, went in and just got the dish detergent, pure dish detergent, put on the rubber boot toward the end here. There's like a boot that covers some of the joints. Actually on this one is gone, but there's a boot that covers the new one right there, and it was getting hung or something, but that dish detergent, pure dish detergent, shot it on through there. I didn't want to use any petroleum based. I didn't know if it would mess up the rubber or something like that. But now I've just got to try to bend this cable around and get it back up through here without contorting it too bad, hopefully. But anyway, finally got it through there, and the old one, of course, was pretty shot. I got to feed this back around to the control, so I'm gonna see what I can do with this back here. Go ahead and knock that out. We got the this side of the shift cable on, and it's shifting a lot easier with that cable. This cable had a little rubber boot. That was an issue, not a big issue, but it was trying to cover up the little slot that this bracket goes into. So that was kind of a pain. I didn't notice one on the old cable. I don't know if it wore off or they took it off or what, but I'm trying to keep everything, the boots on there, since so much crud got in the cable and caused it to go bad, split and everything else, salt water in, grass and whatnot. But anyway, we got this on, and we're gonna go on the inside and see if we can't route the cable around where it needs to go and hook it up. Okay, all right, we got the shift cable on. Let's see if I can get up in there. Damn. Right. There's the notorious metal snap-on. Secures the back of the cable, and of course the wire ties back in place like they had. I'd hate for that to pop off and not have any control there of the shift or whatever. And I've got that back on there. We're going to try to get that back into the mechanism here, and see if we've got some good action here. Put everything back together. We'll be 10-8.